Welcome to the Weekend Sustainability Report. This is a fresh presentation of the Revolution Project where we cover different news related to social progress and environmental sustainability every weekend. So let's get started. Our first news comes in from Europe as Sweden becomes the third European country to close its last coal power plant. Coal power plants have been around for a while and it has been polluting the environment a lot. And finally, countries are ditching the idea of it. So Sweden has shuttered its last remaining coal power plant 2 years before its scheduled closure, making it the third European nation to transition away from coal, following Belgium and Austria. France, Portugal, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Italy, and Slovakia are projected to transition away from coal by 2025 at the latest. According to Catherine Gutmann, campaign director for European Coal, leaving coal behind in exchange for renewables is the right decision and will repay us in kind with improved health, climate protection, and more resilient economies. Sweden is one of the most sustainable countries in the world, and taking the step of ditching coal power plants is going to make them even more sustainable. The second report comes in from Nestle, as Nestle UK backs 15-year wind power purchase agreement. From 1st May 2020, Nestle UK will start purchasing 125 gigawatt hour of green power every year to cover 50% of Nestle's UK power consumption. The company will now be able to cover 100% of its electricity from wind power, which is another huge milestone in their efforts to become a sustainable business. The power is provided by Rees Bank Offshore Wind Farm, and it is one of the newest operational wind farms in the UK and was commissioned in 2018. It is capable of generating up to 573 megawatts of green electricity, and Nestle UK has secured the power of 31 megawatt out of 573 megawatts. Hopefully, the company will also work on the plastic pollution which it has been creating worldwide. The next news comes in from a city, as Abu Dhabi confirms plans for a record low-cost solar farm. The city has confirmed plans for a record-breaking new solar farm, confirming that its latest project is set to be both the world's largest solar development and will deliver power at a record low cost. The new Al Darfa solar PV project is expected to boast enough capacity to power approximately 160,000 households across the UAE. UAE still relies a lot on fossil fuel for its economical development, and fossil fuel is one of the main reasons behind the human-made global warming. This may seem like a gimmick as the country has a significant role in global fuel service, but powering so many households with the largest solar farm is definitely going to be something. We are recording this audio from Kathmandu, Nepal, and the next news comes in from Nepal. And it's a sad news as wood smuggling and animal poaching has increased in different parts of the country due to the lockdown. This is a very sad and a tricky situation because when you think about it, wood smuggling and animal poaching falls under the domain of environmental degradation. But the reason these things happen is, we believe, because of social progress, and that's true. The reason people involved in these unethical activities is because they don't feel secure about their job, they don't have a well-paying job, it's risky out there, and they have to feed their family, they have to feed themselves, and people are always going to think of themselves first. So, until and unless social progress is prioritized, things like wood smuggling and animal poaching will always happen. So, it's a very tricky situation, and especially during the lockdown, as a lot of people are losing their job and source of income, and this is a very, very debatable situation. The final news for today's episode comes from space, as orbiting satellites detect floating plastic litter islands. This is a sad as well as good news. Sad because satellites are being able to detect plastic pollution from space because the pollution is very intense. The silver lining is that the technology up there is advancing, and being able to accurately detect plastics means better chances of spotting and cleaning the ocean in the future. According to Lauren Bierman, Earth observation scientist at Plymouth Marine Laboratory, this will hopefully provide a stepping stone for satellites and drones to be used to tackle the marine plastics problem at the end of the product life cycle. With that, we come to an end of the first episode of Weekend Sustainability Report. In a nutshell, it was a progressive week in terms of sustainability as Sweden, Abu Dhabi, and Nestle make significant shift towards renewable energy. A tricky wood smuggling and animal poaching situation at Nepal, and finally, a possible boost from space towards solving the plastic pollution scenario. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back with the second episode next weekend. Wishing you all a safe and healthy time ahead. Take care and keep the sustainability conversation alive. This is Ayush, your host, signing off from Weekend Sustainability Report.